Leo, Leo, Leo. Hello, my dear Leos, and anyone else who felt called to this reading. I go by Venusian Vibes, and today I'm going to be doing a love and spirituality reading for December. So I actually already did your reading for you, my dear Leo, but my computer right at the end of it, my computer froze, or my tablet froze, and then it just restarted itself and I lost the whole thing. And I was thinking I would just keep the same cards out and do the reading for you again. And maybe I had gone too long that time. It was a very long reading, and I was thinking maybe it would be better to deliver the same messages more short and sweet. But I then decided, I thought about it, I felt into it more, and what I'm going to do today is, instead of parting the deck, I'm going to shuffle the cards and let them fall out as they will. So that's kind of my plan for what felt right to do for you guys today. So I'm going to begin by lighting your candle. And for those of you just joining me, and I know that's probably most of you because this is a new channel, I make these candles every month for my monthly readings. And for this month, I've imbued this candle with an energy of healing from the Archangel Raphael. I've asked him to help me to infuse this candle with some healing vibration. Okay, so that's the work it's doing as it burns here for you. Okay, so I'm going to start by pulling an oracle card for you from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. So let's see what comes out for my dear Leo. December, love, and spirituality. Let's see what comes out for my dear Leo. Okay. So what has come out, I fell on the floor, is diligence. Seeing something from a higher perspective is going to be important in December. Making sure you're seeing things from all perspectives. Now let's get into your tarot. And like I said, this for you guys, this is what I'm doing, just letting the cards come out. It just felt, when I was meditating on what to do for you guys for this month, this is just what felt right. So can I get some more cards for my dear Leo, please? So right there we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Tell me what else for my dear Leo. Oh wow. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep these two. They flipped down here, and we have Justice, and Justice was in your last spread, and we have the Queen of Cups. So that can be the energy of somebody else in your life. We will see. All right, 3 more cards for my dear Leo, please. There we go. 10 of Cups in the reverse. 2 more cards for my dear Leo. Oh, here comes Judgment. So we have Justice and Judgment, 2 and 2 in the center line. And 1 more for my dear Leo. 1 more card, please. Okay, Strength, and it's in the reverse. Now that's Leo's card. Card is connected to Leo. And with the Strength, 2 other cards did come out, and they're both Knights, so I will keep those because that's a significator. All right. Below the deck, we have the Sun in the reverse. Interesting. And that would be the past energies. I'll put over here for you. All right. So all right. So we definitely have some blockages here, and they seem to be surrounding an ideal that you have. So there is something you very much want in your life, and it might be something you daydream about or just kind of know that that is what you would like to have, and the absence of it is very obvious to you. So if that is a, committed relationship, if it's a family, if it is, that's kind of what the Ten of Cups is all about. But it's about emotional fulfillment through connections with others, through love and those bonds that we share with people, but it's about the emotional aspect of it. So you're really seeking out this, or wanting to have this deep love connection, and it's just simply, it's not coming in. It seems like it's really not coming in with the Eight of Wands in the reverse. That energy seems to be blocked. It's like the thing that you want the most seems to be not able to manifest for you. And that's kind of how you're viewing things, and the energy that is going on there is a bit of self-defeatism with the Strength in the reverse. Now, it does seem like there is a specific person involved that is causing this sort of lack of fortitude for you. Someone who seems to have let you down in some way. They seem to not be making their presence known in December, and you have a huge lack of clarity surrounding this. They're not a very giving person, and they haven't offered you what you really deserved in the past. You haven't really gotten what you've deserved from this person. It looks like what you want is for this person to be romantic, and you want for them to be stable and a secure person in your life who you can rely on. And it looks like that's not the energy that they are giving to you. There's definitely this tie in with these knights, and they're in the reverse. So I had these cards. I just pulled one for you. And it's about their sentiments towards you, and we have surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go, and all will work out. Okay, so that is coming through more as a message from the divine, actually. And it seems to be that this is all this stagnant energy is surrounding this past disappointment. Yeah, a past disappointment. Someone wasn't there for you how you needed them to be. There was a separation. They're just not in your life, and it seems to be affecting you quite a bit, my dear Leo. You're very much caught up in the past, and this Ten of Cups in the reverse, it really indicates a lot of daydreaming and sort of this dreamy aspect of maybe something you felt like you had in the past and now it's gone, and you're really focused on what you've lost. And if this isn't about a relationship, it's about some aspect, it's about your life and something that you've lost in it that was important to you. It was a connection. It made you happy. It represented to you or gave you emotional fulfillment, and you feel like it was lost, or that there was when a person gets it's like, what's that word for disillusionment? Okay, disillusionment. That's what I'm going for. There is a sense of disillusionment here, where maybe some of you thought and felt like you had something, and then it really turned out to not be that. Maybe you thought, some of you were a little too quick to believe in the best, and then you were proven wrong. And so it led to some disappointment. It led to you now in December sort of being a little bit stuck in the past, or stuck in the dreams of something that never was, or what you want to be, and it just feels like it can't happen for you. Right now, Mars has moved into Pisces, And I think that that causes, especially for a fire sign, I mean, Leo's not connected to Mars. Leo is connected to actually the sun here. So you have the sun, which is very much Leo, and you have the strength. So you're showing up quite a bit, but you're showing up as being, your energy being stagnant and you're not feeling in your power. But you are a fire sign, and Mars is fire energy. So you will be affected, especially we see this Eight of Wands in the reverse. Mars is in Pisces right now. And so even if this moment is not December, and I honestly don't remember how long Mars will be in Pisces for, but it is this energy that can throw people off and put them in kind of dreamland. It can halt movements towards and manifestations towards what you want in life. And it can put you more in a state of all this old energy, these old emotions coming up. And kind of becomes difficult to make moves and to move forward. So that's kind of the energy and the influence I'm getting here for you guys. With the Queen of Cups up there, I'm thinking that for a lot of you, this is actually a battle that you're in with yourself, because you're starting to feel very emotional in December. There's a lot of emotions coming up to the surface that are surrounded by this person not being this person from the past, not really trying to enter your life and not making any moves towards you. And it seems to be just a sense of something you've lost. For a lot of you, I'm just getting this sense of loss. And I think for some of you, it was the loss of something you had hoped for. So it wasn't even there yet, but you had really hoped for it in this person, and then it just didn't happen. So you felt side-swiped with that, or yeah. And so we have the Queen of Cups, and this is kind of more, this is more how you're starting to feel, but it doesn't feel like you're in your element. It feels like you're being very emotional, and you're translating that, as a Leo would maybe translate a lot of those vulnerable feelings into a weakness. So I think this strength in the reverse, it's not that you're actually weak, my dear Leo, not at all. You are not actually weak, or and you're not actually really needing to fear your vulnerabilities, because our vulnerabilities make us stronger if we're able to recognize and respect them. We all have them, and they actually we grow stronger as we accept them and acknowledge them. And so I'm getting almost also another layer to this card, is that each of these wands here represents a vulnerability of yourself, within yourself. And you feel like those vulnerabilities are blocking you from moving forward, but they're really not, because, and I think there's going to be an element for you, like, because the Queen of Cups is upright here, right? And this is actually very much Pisces energy. I'm getting this strong Mars with the wands, and then Queen of Cups, Pisces. So Mars, if you want to look into more about what Mars and Pisces is all about, I think that might be influencing you guys a little bit. And so we have this being in the upright. So the Queen of Cups upright is very much empowered by her ability to sit and accept and grow with her feelings. And so she becomes, you can see from this image, a very powerful woman. And there's her crown. She's connected to the divine, because she's connected to all parts of herself, even the biggest vulnerabilities. And it makes her very powerful in her own way. And I think that you're going to be recognizing that. I do sense that you're going to be recognizing that. And because what we have here is judgment. It's in the place of your subconscious. With judgment in the place of your subconscious, that's all about that's all about criticism. And it's coming up, so this is the energy you're unaware of. And so I don't think you're aware of how much you actually are judging yourself, how critical you are of yourself, and how much you're blocking your own dreams and your true self from coming out. So in this picture, it's shown by this girl who wants to be a dancer, but she's holding herself back by her own self-judgments and self-critique. And she doesn't feel like she can actually be this, but she dreams of it. And here we have the Dreamer's card in the reverse there. That is what you were dreaming. What is going to bring you a great emotional fulfillment. And so you can look at that in your life. What is going to bring you great emotional fulfillment? And with the 10, it's involving other people, connections. With the 9 of Cups, it would be just your own, how you can get it within yourself. But here it seems to be more surrounding the idea of the connections in your life. So how can you achieve emotional fulfillment with connections in your life? And what do you need from other people? What are your needs? Needs. Each one of these wands is a need. Each one is a vulnerability. There's many layers to what those wands represent for you. And so it's about figuring out what that dream is, what your needs are to feel fulfilled, and figuring out why you feel like you can't achieve that. Where is the powerlessness coming from? How are you perceiving your own vulnerabilities? Are you criticizing them? And then with Justice here in your conscious placement, so this is the energy within yourself that you're fully aware of. So you know that there's a bit of a dual energy happening with you. There's the part of you that's resentful and wants to seek revenge. And there's the part of you that just wants fairness. And who doesn't want to be treated fairly? So I think you're going back and forth in December with these energies of, you were done, someone did you kind of wrong or disappointed you, you were let down. And so you're bouncing between, I would just want fairness in my life, and you're kind of dreaming about what it would be like to be treated fairly. And then also though, sometimes maybe I kind of am a little bit resentful, and I want this person to suffer for what they've done. So there's that element too, and so that's what you're aware of. I'm thinking that it has to do though with the subconscious level not feeling like you're in your own power, because seeking revenge is a way to regain a sense of power that was lost, or that we perceive to have been lost or even taken, and that's a perception. So that's kind of what I'm getting from that. Is that it's all rooted in this subconscious element where you don't feel powerful. I mean, these 2 cards that are Leo cards, they're in the reverse. Leo is all about being empowered, strong. And so you're not feeling that way. And so if you don't recognize that as I'm saying it, you can but it's kind of intriguing you a little bit, like, maybe I'm not feeling like I'm in control of my life circumstances, which many of us are feeling that way because a lot of us aren't with what's going on in the world right now. We're not super in control of where we can go, and our movements are being controlled. And so it can be as simple as that, but I think there's also more going on there. This kind of deep fear of not being in control, losing control through your feelings, your vulnerabilities, and then feeling that sense of weakness. But the problem is, or I shouldn't say problem, but the psychology behind it is that you're actually already feeling a sense of disempowerment that comes from that self-judgment of your vulnerabilities, if that makes sense. We can be vulnerable and empowered as long as we accept our vulnerabilities for what they are, and are proud of those parts of us that are more sensitive. So I'm going to get clarifiers for you now. Let's see. Can I get 4 clarifiers for my dear Leo, please? 4 clarifiers. 4 clarifiers for Leo. Okay, so we have Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and then the 3 just kind of flipped on their own. We have the Knight of Cups. So that's that card right there, and they're both in the reverse. So we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse twice now. We have the Magician. Okay, there's some empowerment. That's great. That's great. Okay. And then the 5 of Pentacles. This card was in your last reading from this deck too. So that's interesting. I'm starting to think that I thought the messages, I really liked the spread that I had done for you yesterday, but I'm thinking that these are messages that need to get out. So I think everything that happens can be for a reason. All right, so there is this Nine of Cups in the reverse twice now. And now it's connected to the Queen of Cups and the Judgment. So I want to know, are some of you trying to call in this person by appealing to the divine and appealing to spirit? I'm getting that message that one or two of you have been appealing to spirit to try to get this connection going again with this person, or with maybe a person in general. You're just feeling this, you're feeling that, I guess, a certain kind of loneliness that can come from being without a partner, and people experience that. And I think that that's kind of what's happening here. Is there is just so much of a romantic in you, so much of a dreamer, and this seems to be maybe a specific person from the past, that, and it can be very recent past, and they weren't offering what you thought that they were. So it's time to now fill your own cup, as this Queen of Cups is doing that, because it's not going to come in for you. So there needs to be an acceptance that happens here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So some of you could be dealing with a Virgo who's not coming in the way you had anticipated, especially since we have the Knight of Pentacles that's also an earth sign. So yeah, I'm getting some earth elements here. It does not have to be at all, but that's on the table. I'm thinking that it's also, though, about you, my dear Leo, and the energies that are going to be very helpful to you to manifest in December. So we have the earth and we have the water. These are going to be important elements for you to integrate within yourself. We're calling upon our inner wisdom and our true feelings, the ones we really have, no matter how vulnerable, sensitive they are. We access them and we let them out and accept them. So that is one key element. And then we have with the earth energy, and these are both feminine energies coming in through these elements. So we're working on the divine feminine right now, and we're working on receptivity. And with the Queen of Pentacles, that's about receiving abundance in the material plane, working on the coin. But the way the Queen of Pentacles does it, which is different than the King of Pentacles, is the Queen of Pentacles is secure in what she has, no matter what it is that she has, if that makes sense. She is always secure as long as she has food to eat, place to sleep. She will build off that because she feels that connection to the earth. And so she can always build on what she has, and always has the faith and the confidence to build off what she has. So that is, if that really resonates with you as something you want to start to want to cultivate, that type of energy of feeling, it begins with feeling secure in what you have and like you have enough, but then being able to build off that. Because if we don't feel secure to begin with, it's hard to build off a foundation that you don't feel that you have. But we really do have that. Most of us have some foundation that we can build off of. So it's more of a can-do attitude. So those are the two divine feminine energies that we have. We have earth, water, that are going to be important for you to cultivate in December, and it's great. And then we have this lack here, and this feeling you were left out in the cold by this person. They just did not come in for you the way you thought you needed them. They weren't there. They weren't romantic. They didn't offer you any stability. And so you're feeling in December left out in the cold, and you're feeling that kind of pang of loneliness. But it's going to be okay. It really is, because you have the Magician here right underneath this Queen of Pentacles. That's all about empowerment. So you really are going to be feeling empowered. We're starting at the beginning. This card, this is number one. You're starting right back. You're going to, if you can close this out as the surrender card suggests that you do, let go of the old before the new can come in. Then you're going to start at the new. You're going to start at number 1, the Magician. And we have the Fool card at 0 before that, but you know, you're at the you're holding all of them, and I see the Cup here. If you look closely, we have the Cup here very prominently, and the Pentacle here. Do you see the Pentacle there prominently? And then there's that infinity symbol. But I'm kind of reading it almost like an 8 connected to the your Strength card. And so I'm thinking this is really all about you and all about your getting that your power back and feeling like you can manifest what you need in your life in terms of romance, in terms of money, everything. And you're going to be feeling that again. Okay, so I'm going to read to you this Diligence card that you got as a little additional message, and then we will close out your reading. Okay, so there are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are other times to be patient, step carefully and slowly, and know that the benefits you will gain in the future will be worth it. Be attentive, meticulous, and persistent. Use this time to plan for action steps in the future. Be diligent and consistent at each step as you move forward. By doing so, you will harvest remarkable results in the years ahead. This is not a time for instant gratification. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. This is the time for deliberate organization. Clean house. Clear clutter from your life. Be thoughtful about how you spend your time, and be discerning when choosing with whom you spend it. Clear out relationships that do not support you. And that would be this person here. They're unsupportive. And we have even a message from the divine. At times we must surrender the old before new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Letting go is a process, and no one can snap their fingers and just let go. It'll take time, but you're working towards it. You have some great empowering energy coming in for you, and it's all going to be wrapped around letting go of and working through and integrating the sense of self-judgment that you experience on that so far subconscious level. Let's bring it to the conscious so that we can really work with it, develop more of our earthy and our watery sides to us. We don't have to be all fire all the time. Sometimes having a balance is going to be a good thing. With Justice, she's all about balance too. So we're going to try to balance out your energies in December. Work with that part of you that wants to criticize. I mean, that part needs love too. It's there from pain. So I think things are going to go well, despite this person being however they're being, not great. But I think you are going to let go, and you are going to be just like all about you and making things happen in your life. Okay, my dear Leo. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. And I will be doing a pick a card reading all about love. So a few of them actually coming up. So you can tune into those for more information if you like. But I would honestly, for you, not put any more time and energy into this. I wouldn't. I would really focus on yourself. So yeah, that's what I got for you. All right. Till next time. Bye.